Hi guys, it's Archie Luxury on the Paul Pluta and the Archie Luxury channel. Today guys, I'm doing a watch review. This is a celebrity watch review for EDC Gunner. And he very kindly, I feel a bit ripped off. I started off doing a celebrity review with Austin Daniels, but I did one for Austin Daniels. He's a little bit slow to do one for me, which kind of pisses me off a bit, Austin. Come on, Austin, I've done your review. Come and do mine. And EDC Gunner, I wasn't going to get trapped. I said, you make one for me and I'll make one for you, because I can see how this goes here. Anyhow, EDC Gunner, he sent me some footage and some photos, which I'm going to feature in the review. So basically, EDC Gunner, let me read you the email he sent me. The email, he said to me, "Hi Archie, I just saw your video, Celebrity Watch Reviews with Austin Daniels, in which you invited other YouTubers to collaborate by sharing watch collections, so I thought it would make a fun video to chime in with my collection for review. I am a fan and I've subscribed to your channel since you had 1,800 subs. Would love to see a bit of that old Archie back. Anyways, I have a channel that goes by the name of EDC Gunner, and here is my collection. I have some other watches, but I'm not going to bother the pontiff with those. Here is the backbone of my collection, and I think this is the best way to go. No point wasting time like Austin Daniels did with fucking shitters. Shitters is, shitters does, sir. Shitters, and shitters. The grandfather watch, the father watch, the fucking Seiko 5 sub collection, and then the Vostocks. I mean, just keep the garbage out. I'm not interested in reviewing the garbage. The garbage is it's fucking garbage. So at least EDC Gunner has he's streamlined the review, which is perfectly fine. So EDC Gunner says, here is the backbone of my collection. He says he's got a Rolex Datejust 16030, quick set date, and my birth year, lucky coincidence. Rolex Submariner 16610, early 90s. He's also got a Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date. I happen to have that same very model. And he sent me a link to his YouTube channel. I'll put that in the description. Oh, I'll put a card, so I'll link to his site. And please attach some collection photos. Cheers, Archie, and best regards, EDC Gunner. EDC Gunner. And I gotta say, I'm pleased I don't have to waste my time going through the chaff like I did with Austin. And I'm a little bit cheesed off with Austin that my review hasn't come yet. I put his review up, I plugged him, I was nice to him, and fuck, I'm still waiting for my review on his channel. He's going to do my review, so I'm keen to hear what these celebrities think. So okay, so let's have a look there. 3 decent pieces. And EDC Gunner, he seems to be a youngish guy. I kind of pitch him early 30s. He seems, I don't know what accent. Is it a German accent? Or, I don't know exactly where EDC Gunner is, but it doesn't really matter. Wrist watches are fucking expensive. There is no question to that. Wristwatches are fucking expensive. And I gotta say, this is quite an interesting thing. I have a lot of respect for the man who builds a collection slowly. I must admit myself, I've done the same thing. I started off very slowly. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Oh, fuck. It's been a very, very, very tricky situation. So I do love the EDC Gunner approach here. What do I think? Well, the Rolex Datejust 16030, that is basically a plastic glass. So it's acrylic plastic glass version of the Datejust that is actually quickset. So these were kind of transition before that would have been replaced by a 16220, which would be the sapphire version. I think. What do I think? 16030. It's got the steel bezel. He's got it with a nice white dial with Romans or Arabics. What is it? I think it's Romans. Look, that is a very, very cool watch to have. The 16030. I don't know whether the acrylic version is going to be really that collectible. Datejusts are kind of a there's a hell of a lot of them there, but in all fairness, that's an excellent watch to have. I remember fondly I had the 16014, which was basically the white gold bezel version of this here, and I must admit that is probably one of the most comfortable, usable wristwatches that you can have. So full marks for that. I think the Datejust 16030 is a fantastic piece. I don't have a problem with it. The Jubilee version is probably one of the most comfortable wristwatches I've ever worn. The 36mm, you could argue it's a bit small, but EDC Gunner seems to be a little bit smaller than me. So, little bit smaller, EDC Gunner. I think it's a great piece to have. There's nothing wrong with a 16030. That's a great piece. It's a Rolex men's. Every day you could use it for work. You can use it for so many things there. It is actually a very, very solid piece. I fondly remember having a 16234, which I very foolishly sold to pay for some Seeking Arrangements fun, which that just ends badly, doesn't it? I had the Seeking Arrangements fun, and I wasted the rest of the money. Boom, boom, fuckers! Nothing wrong with a Datejust. I think that's a great piece, fantastic piece to have. Then he's got the Rolex sub, the 16610, and I've owned a few of these. Well, I remember fondly my collection in the late 90s. I had I think it was an S serial number. I had a 16610. I bought it from a guy. Listen to this. I bought it from a guy who worked for Dragonair. Okay. Which is one of the Hong Kong airlines. And he was upgrading to a two-tone Submariner, the black dial version. So not a bluesy, the black version, two-tone. And I remember I said to him, I said, I thought you would have been a GMT man. And he goes, no. He said, the Rolex GMT, we've got all the instruments in the plane to tell us time zones and shit like that. He said, it's much more useful having the timer as a Submariner. You can got that rotating bezel. So fair enough. I mean, fair enough there. 16610, magic. Just an honest classic watch, highly collectible. They've gone through the roof. They've I remember selling mine when money was tight for 4,000 Australian, 4.5 Australian. Crazy low money. I was an idiot. What can I say? what can I say? Indeed, there. Look, I think the 16610 is a great. I think it's a great watch. It really is a cool watch. It's a very, very, very cool watch. Submariner date pre-ceramic. Fuck, that is. It doesn't get much better than that. I would have one, except that I like the bluesy. I ended up getting a V serial number bluesy. So my collection, I agree with him. That is a fantastic. The Rolex sub, steel, black, just classic, beautiful, beautiful piece. It's a fantastic dive. There's no problems at all with that. I think it's usable. It's an investment piece. I love my two-tone. I've got the 16613, and I understand exactly where you're coming from. EDC Ghana. Then, of course, EDC has got the top end piece, which is Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date. And I got to tell you, that's the longest serving piece in my current collection. I remember I saw it the first time. Fred, who worked at Vintage Watch Co., was wearing it, and I just said, Fred, when you want to sell it, I'll give you $1,000 more than you paid. And I just had to have it. It was just beautiful. That's a absolutely beautiful watch. No questions at all. It's probably, I think, one of the most beautiful Jaeger-LeCoultre Reversos. Rumor has it that Jaeger-LeCoultre lost money on every one. The 8-day Power Reserve, the 2-disc date. I'll just turn that off. It's bloody irritating. 2-disc date. 2-disc date. What can I say there? It's the sub-seconds are beautiful. The Power Reserve, 8-day. It's just fucking gorgeous. I don't know. I think EDC was saying he saw mine and he had to have one. I can't quite remember. Was that somebody else or was it him? EDC Ghana. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. It is a beautiful watch indeed there. What do I think of the 3-piece collection there? Look, I got to tell you the truth. I think it's pretty damn good. I think it's a pretty damn good collection. I think it's really beautiful, absolutely beautiful collection there. What would I add? How would I improve it? That's a very good question. Okay, so what is missing? The elephant in the room here. What is missing? If I was EDC, I would say you need to add some sort of GMT function Rolex. Now, you could either add a GMT Master, GMT Master 2, or you could add an Explorer 2. I would probably go, if it was me, I'd go 40mm Explorer 2 black, because we've already got 2 white dials. We've got the Reverso Grand Date, and we've got the Datejust. So another black dial would be really cool. The other thing I would be adding, of course, is what's missing is a chronograph. Now, obviously, Daytonas are fucking ridiculous money. I get it. What would I add? I'd add a fucking Speedy. A Speed Master. Man on the fucking moon. Man on the fucking moon. And I reckon that as a 5-piece collection would be absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I like the fact he's building it slowly. You wanna watches a fucking deer. You've got to. I'm a working man. I've had to work very, very hard. I've had to do a lot of things to build my. I mean, I'm 47. You understand? I'm in the later half of my life. I'm in the second quarter, aren't I? I'm in the, I'm in the third quarter. Okay, the start of the third quarter, but I'm over the halfway mark. So, you know, you'd expect me to have a few watches. With EDC Gunner, I'd add some sort of I think you'd have to go Explorer 2. The GMTs have gone crazy. And I never really thought the GMTs were worth double what an Explorer 2 is. Speedmaster Chrono would be beautiful. Okay, what else would I add then? So once you've got those two boxes ticked, I reckon I'd be adding a Tudor Black Bay. Tudor Black Bay. I'd love to see you add a couple of Tudors in there. I'd add a Tudor Black Bay, the Diver. I would add possibly a GMT Pepsi. Okay. And I'd possibly add a Monte Carlo. Okay, Monte Carlo as another chrono. So I would say you've got 3 beautiful pieces. You need to add another 2, which is the GMT, Rolex. I'd probably add Explorer 2 and a Speedmaster. And then I'd be adding 3 more Tudors down the track to have a 8-piece collection. This is long term. You don't have to race and get credit cards, but the important thing is you've really got some really heavy obstacles out of the way. The 16610 is beautiful. They're getting up and up and up. The Reverso, they're hard to get. They're actually getting hard to get. The Datejust Birth, yeah, that's just nice to have a nice one of those. That's really cool. I would EDC Gunner. I would keep adding slowly. You don't have to do it quickly. I would add slowly. Maybe EDC get a second or third job. Maybe get another credit card. You know, just be a little bit creative. If you've got a girlfriend, you could say to her, honey, could you help me get a Black Bay, Tudor Black Bay? Just put the feelers out there. You never know what you can come up with. But overall, I think it's a beautiful collection. He's got the foundations right. I would love to see him grow it in the next couple of years. And I've got to say, EDC Gunner, I've been watching your channel for a while. I don't always watch your stuff, EDC Gunner. But, you know, at least you're not buying views. You can see so many of these new channels have sprouted up and they got more views than the Pontiff. How does that fucking work? You know, they're cheating cunts. That's the reason. Whereas EDC Gunner is at least honest. So, EDC Gunner! Nice collection. I like it. And, hey, thank you so much for asking me to partake. If you are a wristwatch celebrity in the space, I'd consider doing a video for you if you do one for me. It's a no-cost bit of contribution to the community. But, you know, I'd want to make sure you've got a decent channel. I don't want some arsehole just getting a free review out of me. I depend heavily for paid reviews. That's what keeps me on the YouTubes. Okay, guys, I'm Paul Pluta. Tell me what you lousy, miserable fuckers think of that. Like, subscribe, tell your fuckwit friends, and don't forget to put some nasty comments below. Until next time, ciao, fuckers.